Greetings, everyone. Stephen Donaco here with our daily Feeling Connected meditation, because social distancing doesn't have to isolate us energetically. So the theme for the meditation today is generative self-interest for the good of the whole. Generative self-interest for the good of the whole. So as we come together again, my gratitude for everyone who listens, who joins in, who participates, whether you're here live or listening to the recording. It is very inspirational to know that this is being followed. I would invite you to share it if there's anyone that you know who can benefit by these meditations. So as we prepare to meditate on generative self-interest for the good of the whole, let's come together and co-create this meditation sanctuary as we always do, and making that agreement with yourself to be fully present to the moment. And though these times may provoke a great deal of anxiety, we can rest assured that it is up to us in the moment to make an agreement with ourselves, and we can make the agreement with one another in this field of meditation all across the globe, to become centered and still and focused and present. And just take a nice deep breath in. Fill your belly. Sit up a little straighter. Gently release with an exhale. Breathing in again. Filling your belly, sitting up a little straighter. And then release with the exhale. Allow your shoulders to relax. Maybe even roll your shoulders forward and backwards just a little bit. We hold a lot of tension in the neck and the shoulders. And during this time of being focused and aware, we can catch ourselves anywhere in the body where we're holding tension, and we just breathe into that spot or those spots. And with the exhale, allow the tension to melt to the floor as if it were molten wax. So just give yourself a few moments of opportunity here to let go of the tension. Breathing into anywhere in your body that needs a little extra support, regeneration, love, healing. And as you exhale, with each successive out-breath, the stress melts down into the ground below. And just as we give the stress down to the earth, we attune to our own connection to the planet by way of gravity. Feeling connected to the earth, rest assured that this connection is everlasting as long as we are embodied here on the planet. And then further finding comfort in the truth that we, every human being, every sentient being on the planet, shares this connection to the earth. And therefore we can feel connected through the medium of the planet, of our common home. And that makes it easy to create this meditation sanctuary through our common feeling connected, through our feeling of omni-connection. So we meditate on generative self-interest for the good of the whole. So generative self-interest is taking the time for self-care, understanding that it's not selfish to care for ourselves, our individual selves, is not selfish, but rather it's necessary. We can only show up for others when we take care of ourselves first. One of the common metaphors is that we put our own oxygen mask on first before helping the person next to us. So that's true with so much in life. We need to take care of ourselves first, not out of a sense or intention of selfishness, but because it takes our own care, our own attention to ourselves before we can show up and help others. Otherwise, we're burning the candle at both ends. Otherwise, we become martyrs unnecessarily. Martyrdom is a outdated paradigm. So we seek a more generative way of being. So generative self-interest gives us the time, the space, and the energy to take care of ourselves so that we can show up all the more powerfully for others. So this is generative self-interest for the good of the whole. For if we meditate on that for a moment, and everyone that's gathered here, whether you're here live or listening to the recording, if everyone makes this agreement to act with generative self-interest, just take a moment to regard and to contemplate how all of us collectively taking care of ourselves gives us all the more energy, an exponential amount of energy then to take care of one another. And this is the power of humanity. And by no means then is self-care selfish in any way. Generative self-interest collectively gives us the exponential power to be present to help, to encourage, to sustain one another. Generative self-interest for the good of the whole. So let us take this as a truth and meditate upon it for a few moments in the silence. Feeling connected. Committing to a generative self-interest for the good of the whole. We are exponentially more powerful together, coming from a center of generative self-interest, than we are alone acting in selfish interest. Feeling connected, honoring our role as conscious evolvers, agents of conscious evolution, showing up with the fullness of our gifts, our talents, our genius, committing to self-care that generative self-interest so that we may show up all the more powerfully for the whole. And as we agree to do that together, this power is exponential. And we absolutely then all benefit when we make this agreement, first with ourselves and then collectively with one another. And for this, we are grateful. So now begin to bring your awareness back to your body, your embodied self, your earthbound self, grounded on the spot where you're seated, and ever connected in this common field of meditation that we share all across the planet, our omni connection. Become attuned to your breathing, once again, feeling the process of inhaling and exhaling, feeling the expansion of your chest on the inhale and the contraction on the exhale. Again, go ahead and roll those shoulders and or your neck a bit just to feel your body continuing to release any tension that you're holding, giving it down to the earth below. And then when you're ready, open your eyes, be here and be aware right now. So thank you for joining me in our daily Feeling Connected meditation, because social distancing doesn't have to isolate us energetically. Remember, we are never truly alone. So keep up your own consciousness practice of feeling connected. Blessings of peace, health, and namaste.